And now we have here Aleksander Valjamäe, who is associate professor in this building, Tallinn University, in physiological computing. That right, Aleksander?
Yes.
You started the day with your very interesting performance. How did this go?
Well, you know, it was, we had another actor yesterday, but today she couldn't come, so I had to be the actor. And being the actor is difficult when you have 200 people watching, and you have to concentrate on different emotional states, because the system is designed to read the emotions and drive the narrative of the cinema performance. But and it's difficult to concentrate when somebody is like typing in computer behind your back, and then you are thinking about intimate moments of your life, about, you know, somebody dying or somebody important in your life, and so on. So it's but it was good.
What's going on?
Well, it's a simple system where you have a brain-computer interface. So there's a technology which is allowing to control devices or media in this case without really physical movement. So just with your emotional states, cognitive states. So we use quite a sophisticated classifier, which was so before this performance yesterday, I was recording my brain activity. Then we build a personal classifier which is matched to my brain, and then today I could perform with this. So
these are really very specific things that you are dealing with. Like, I have never heard words like neuro art or neuro cinema, neuro theater before. I know that, yes, one of the topics that comes into UI, user experience, discipline now very quickly is neuroscience. So is it that like neuroscience is like your day job and the other things are like a hobby, or?
Well, no, I mean, during my education path, I was always interested in media. I did my master in Sweden, and there my master thesis was actually about holographic sound. So it's a multi-channel sounds, and then I was doing it recordings in Estonian radio actually. But then soon I understood that if you really want to work with media, you really want to understand what is happening in the brain. So it's impossible to avoid going into emotions. And when you think about emotions, then you have to think about physiological processes which underlie these emotions. And then you need to measure them. So you come exactly to applied neuroscience sooner or later. And I think that nowadays in the psychological journals, you can't really do these old style studies of 60s. You really need to do substantially new things. And most of the time it's related to brain imaging. Either it's fMRI, like the brain scanning, or it's EEG, is more primitive technology. Or we can also use peripheral signals like your heart rate, something like a little bit like polygraph.
So in your heart, you're a scientist, but you always wish that you could apply what you know, and this is why you're making these other projects?
No, in my heart, I'm actually an artist, so I have just did a very long path to study all the necessary technical and scientific things which I can then use in my artistic work.
This way around.
Yeah, but then we kind of have this joint thing. So we basically have the a framework of art, science, and technology, and basically we do not only performances, we also do residencies. You know, this famous Estonian theater person and performer Taavet Jansen is joining us for the residency. We study things like neurochoreography, So basically how to give dancers new input from the brain so they can, let's say, dance differently than audiences. So it's residencies, different summer schools. Just did a summer school in St. Petersburg about neurotheater, and then these performances. So it's a kind of combination of three.
Do you think that some of the things that you do could also contribute to companies, business? Why should we study brain to provide better user experience?
Well, I mean, UX is of course the most obvious thing, and there you can do many things already now. But all these things like neurotheater or neurocinema, it has its roots also or links to neuromarketing or behavioral economics, which would be a better word for this. Or if you want the neuropolitics, there is a new branch which is kind of studying political views and your kind of attitudes. But we are going back again and again to the point of in order to understand how a person is feeling and how decision making is done, it's not enough to ask questions or observe, because sometimes these processes are unconscious. And actually what we really want to go is to tap into unconscious self. So I think that in the future you can have products which are really targeting your unconsciousness. So really go where you really want to go.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask. How do you see the future of this field in 10 years?
I think that it would be a lot of early adopters. I mean, you have already the iWatch with a pretty well designed heart rate detector and all this. So we have, I don't know if it would be in the form of wearables, or maybe some young people will just do implants already into the brain. It'll be like iPhone, like model 30, you just go to the iPhone representation and just to get yourself a new implant. Yeah, this would be something like that.
Okay, Aleksander, what could make you happier? Are you feeling that this environment here in Tallinn University, that this human-computer interaction program is coming along with your ideas? How's the community?
The community is shaping well, but I think that what is always, and it's in any country I worked, and I worked in many countries, you still have the same problem. Smart, bright, motivated students are always welcome.
So what do you say to people who are interested in topics such as...
Contact us and we will make a project together, maybe in Estonia, maybe in some theater, maybe in Estonian opera. Let's see.
Thank you very much, Aleksander, and enjoy the day.
Thanks.